At Au Cabanon restaurant, we are very fortunate to have a choice of all different types of wines. There are classic wines, which are obviously delicious. Then there are wines that are a result of biodynamic wine growing, meaning wine growers do not add any chemicals to the soil for a fair amount of time. But since they don't want to risk losing the entire harvest, they are allowed to use a certain amount of oenological products and treatments, which are of course to use minimally. Then there are organic wines, which up until harvest, everything is left to its natural course. These wines are produced the same way, however, all naturally. And then you have what they call natural wines, which are taken a step further and made by what I refer to as wizards, who will produce something very different. There are many differences in organic viticulture. To sum it up, it is the elimination of certain amount of chemical enhancements that will define the level of the wine's organic variation. The less one accepts to use, quote, chemical products, unquote, the more wine will be defined as biodynamic, organic, natural, sustainable, organic. However, I would like to point out that all the wines found in this restaurant are made by people who have respect for their land, and in no case, even if they must use products to help the vines, they will use very minimal amounts, and you will never find, as a result, anything unnatural in the way their wine is produced. A biodynamic or organic wine is not so much a production, but more of a philosophy and way of life. You still have hand-picked grapes and grapes that are left on the ground if they don't completely fit the bill. I want to tell you an amazing story that happened in 2012. Just before starting the restaurant, my wine expert neighbor said to me, "Okay, you've got to stop with the theoretical technical aspect. The best thing for you would be to actually go on location to the different wine growers and experience grape harvesting. Go see classic winemaking, biodynamic, organic, sustainable, and natural organic." So I had an opportunity that September to visit all 5 grape harvests, which I appreciated all very much, but it is certain that the more back to nature they were, I remembered one morning in particular when we were going out to harvest grapes, the wine grower said to me, "You'd better put on a jacket." And I said, "Why?" There was a big blue sky. And he said, "Yeah, get a jacket because I think it's going to rain." And sure as anything, he didn't have a smartphone or any weather apps. But 2 hours later, we got completely drenched. I asked him, how could he know such things? And he said, "Well, I live in it every day. In order to do what I do, I have to be in touch with this land and feel out these kinds of things. And the fact of the matter is, I have to have this kind of contact. When grapes need to be transformed to wine, these people have to be wizards because they have a sixth sense more than anything. What I find most interesting with these wine growers is the way they put their hearts into winemaking, whatever type it may be, and their genuine appreciation of the process remains present in the wines we find."